The local woman who heads up the Ontario Autism Coalition is reacting to the latest budget from the Ford government, which saw funding for the Ontario Autism Program increase by more than 8%. The total amount rose from $719 million to $779 million. But Coalition President Alina Cameron remains concerned about whether it's enough to make a real difference. Ryan Graham reports.
As part of the provincial budget released last week, this year's funding for the Ontario Autism Program was set at $779 million, a $60 million increase from last year. While the Ontario Autism Coalition does welcome the extra funding, they see it as long overdue. According to Coalition President Alina Cameron, proper care and early intervention are key.
Any increase to the Ontario Autism Program funding-wise is greatly appreciated and needed, but we're left with a lot of questions about where this funding is going to be used specifically. Most families are concerned about access to core clinical services, and we're not sure if that's where it's slated to go. So we know that early intervention is key. We're told that the moment our children get a diagnosis, and we know that from speaking with families through the Ontario Autism Coalition that the families getting invitations now to core clinical services are families that registered for the program in the spring of 2020. So it's minimum a 5-year wait at present, meaning early intervention is not accessible right now in Ontario for anyone.
Premier Doug Ford is calling the new overall budget a plan to protect Ontario, at a time that Canada has become unsteadied by tariffs. Concerns do remain, however, from the Autism Coalition towards the Ford government about the lack of clarity and accountability regarding how this new funding for them will be spent, with a growing concern that this particular crisis is worsening.
The consequences are you have a whole cohort of children in Ontario who are needlessly going through life struggling. There are supports, there are services out there that can help families, they just can't get access to them. And that starts to snowball. You have children who then access the school system, which is also not funded adequately to help children like ours, and they are often excluded from school. And you have families then who have at least one person in the household who's acting as a full-time caregiver. It snowballs very quickly in our world.
Cameron says families across the province are exhausted, and they are hoping this new funding will help fix a broken system and deliver the timely support their children need. Ryan Graham, TBT News.